Testing, testing, testing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Mayer, and as a member of this congregation, I am happy to welcome you all to Millwoods United Church this morning. This morning, some of us are here in person, while others participate live on Facebook. Each Sunday, we gather to share and celebrate and to discuss our sacred values and to confront the mysteries of life and love. We welcome you no matter where you may be in your spiritual quest or journey. Seekers, doubters, questioners, and believers are all welcome here. We also welcome you regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or cultural background. And as an affirming congregation, we work to make the church a place where all of us feel included and safe. We also acknowledge the land. This building in Southeast Edmonton is on traditional territory of Treaty 6, a traditional meeting ground, gathering place, and traveling route for many Indigenous peoples. We honor and recognize the rich artistic, cultural, and spiritual traditions of the Cree, Nakota, Sioux, Métis, Dene, Sato, and the many more Indigenous communities that call this land that we share our home. Wherever we find ourselves this morning, let us remember the people who have cared for this land over thousands of years. All of us are treaty people, for which we give thanks. Friends, I'm glad that we can gather today. Each and every day at this church, people join in, reach out, and make a difference. To read more about the work of our church and upcoming events, you can subscribe to our e-newsletter, What's the Buzz, on the church website. This e-newsletter is put out every Thursday. Now, does anyone have any announcements that they would like to make? If you do, come on forward.
Good morning. Just a reminder that after church today, we are going to have a picnic. It might be in here, it might be outside. We'll decide in the next 45 minutes. And I just wanted to say that no matter where it is, if you want to drink coffee with your meal, get it from the kitchen. But we do have drinks that we'll provide, as well as ice cream and a few other things. And if you came today and decided that didn't even think about coming and staying for the picnic, you're still welcome to come. There'll be lots of food, and if you just eat ice cream and cake, that's probably pretty healthy. So that'll be after church today. Second thing is that we got permission to sell things before and after church. So we're selling hoodies. And I just wanted to say that we have these great gray hoodies that have the join in, reach out, and make a difference, a symbol on them. And Dale is wearing one right now. He's tied to his chair, though.
I am tied to my chair. There we go.
So, Carol is selling them today, and I just wanted to say that if you want one and you don't have money, just go and take one from Carol. We'll keep track. We know where you live. And if we need to follow up with payment, you can pay with a check, electronic transfer, or cash, whichever. The reason I'm saying that is that we've got a limited number. They're $45 each. We can always order more, but I don't know what the price will be. So they're a kind of fun way for us to celebrate this amazing, wonderful, incredible family we have here at Millwoods United Church. Thank you.
Just a quick announcement. I'm Janice Martin, for those of you that don't know me. And we are walking. Our walking group is meeting at Rainbow Valley on Monday and Wednesday of this week at 9 o'clock. The south parking lot. So Rainbow Valley is down like where the Snow Valley ski hill is. So there's 2 parking lots. We're going to be on the south one, and hope to see some of you there. Thanks.
Any other announcements? If you do have an announcement that you'd like to be heard next Sunday, please let the office know by Friday. So this morning I'd like to thank Brian again for providing our wonderful music. And I'd now like to welcome the dapper Reverend Dale Johnson.
Good morning. This is a day, Wendy, that you're at a distinct disadvantage. So I'm going to have to tell you what I'm wearing.
Drop dead gorgeous, right?
Well, always, but so in addition to the wonderful hoodie with the symbol of the church and Millwoods United Church off on the right, and my green stole, I'm wearing bright blue shorts from Bermuda and calf-length rainbow socks and sandals. So now you have an idea of what they're having to suffer through as we worship together today. Yeah. Good morning to all of you, and a special welcome to those who are joining us online. I'm dressed like this because we're picnicking today, and because it's officially my last Sunday. And I said, well, what are they going to do, fire me? I mean, so, a special welcome to Kathy Bailey, who has joined us. Welcome back, Kathy. With her new knee and everything. So, yeah. Listen to these words. Come and find a quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we may see all the things that really matter. Be at peace and simply be. I invite you to remain seated as we sing together the first verse of our centering hymn, Come and Find a Quiet Center.
Center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frames where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we can see all the things that really matter.
In the midst of the darkness of hate, of bigotry, of anti-Semitism, and xenophobia, the light of God, the light of Christ, and the light of this Christ candle brightly shines, radiating peace and love and hope and justice in this place and throughout the world, and the darkness will never overcome it. Would you join me by standing as you are able, and let us sing our gathering hymn this morning, God of the Bible, verses 1, 2, and 4.
yet to come. You are our center, daylight or darkness, freedom or prison. You are our home. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change. God in our struggles, God in our hunger, suffering with us, taking our part. Still you empower us, mothering spirit, feeding, sustaining from your own heart. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change. Not by your finger, not by your anger, will our world order change in a day. But by your people, fearless and faithful, small paper lanterns lighting the way. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change. Fresh as the morning, sure as the sunrise, God always faithful, you do not change.
Please be seated. And let us pray. On this first Sunday of summer, may we come together with openness to be moved and touched by the freshness of your Spirit, Holy One, in and among us this day. Amen. I would like the children to come and join me up here in the front, if you can do that. Or those who identify as children. And Sherry, I need your help. So come on up. Come on. When they get here, you take that side. Okay, here they come. All right. So we're going to put it up over like this. And look at that. Thank you. This is a spatial quilt that was made by indigenous people in Alberta. And it was given to me. I was part of a group on a governing committee for chaplains in years ago in Canada. And we made some decisions that allowed training to take place, that indigenous people could be certified as visitors for indigenous people to help them draw up on their spirituality as they're in the hospital. And this was a thank you note. It was a thank you. Now last Sunday, we celebrated Indigenous Day of Prayer. On the 21st was National Indigenous Peoples Day. So I thought we would continue that by remembering the indigenous people and the gifts that they give us and the beauty that they share with us. But I also brought it because this was a thank you. And I'm saying thank you to you today. I'm saying thank you for being with me for this last year while I've pinch hit as the pastor. I've been you can't say that 5 times, the pinch-hitting pastor. I've been the pinch-hitting minister. So I thank you in all of my color today with the rainbows and the greens and the grays. I thank you for being great kids that have been part of helping me tell stories and telling me stories and asking me questions I didn't have the answer to. And as we say that, we need to sing a song. It's going to be like a rock, I think. So we need to stand as we sing like a rock.
Like a rock, God is under our feet. Like the starry night sky, God is over our heads. Like the sun on the horizon, God is ever before. As the river runs to ocean, our home is in God evermore.
Now try it again with motion. Here we go. Like a rock.
Like a rock, God is under our feet. Like the starry night sky, God is over our head. Like the sun on the horizon, God is ever before. Like the river runs to ocean, our home is in God evermore.
You may be seated, and thank you. Off to Sunday school you go. And now we have two special people coming forward for This Is Us.
Good morning. I'm Randy.
And I'm Carol.
In a few minutes, Dale will be showing this slide as he does every week.
We've been led to believe that there's some confusion arising from that slide. We often hear questions about pre-authorized remittance or PAR. I can do that.
PAR is an acronym for pre-authorized remittance. It may sound like a mouthful, but pre-authorized remittance is simply a form of giving where a monthly amount is automatically deducted from your bank account to support church operations, the Mission and Service Fund, and other allocations. If you have automatic withdrawals from your bank account to pay your bills, taxes, or mortgage, then you already understand the PAR principle. PAR is by far the most common method of giving used by our members, accounting for 65 to 70% of our donations each year. PAR has absolutely nothing to do with golf, at least the way I play.
It has everything to do with easy, convenient giving to your church. PAR is an easy way to give regularly without having to worry about too much paperwork. It simplifies things if you're not always able to attend church every week. You make the decision once until you want to make another change. It has everything to do with a stable, predictable stream for the church. No more scrambling for an envelope. There are the traditional church envelopes we have used for decades, except for when the last one in the box was used last week. Then any number of different types of envelopes appear in the plate. No more scrambling trying to find the checkbook. It's under these files somewhere. When, oops, the last check was used a couple of weeks ago.
Hold on, didn't my grandson show me how to do an e-transfer thingy?
Where's your phone? What's the password? Is our bank even open on Sunday? Hurry, we'll be late.
Don't worry, I think there are some grocery store loonies in the car. We can grab those on the way in. Okay, let's go. Drive, walk, bike to church, or watch on YouTube. With PAR, you will be relaxed knowing that the business side of your support for your church is well in hand.
So how do I start? First, decide what you will give each year and divide that amount by 12. When setting up PAR from your checking account, don't forget to attach a void check. You'll find PAR information noted under Ways to Give on our website, And Liliana will also be happy to help you, as well as council members. You still have control of your giving plan. If your financial or other circumstances change, let the church office know. Please keep in mind PAR transfers from your account to Millwoods United account that take place on the 20th of each month.
Thank you so much for your generosity. Giving to your church is a very important personal decision. Your church respects all of your giving decisions, including the method of payment used.
In addition, we'd like to thank all of you who have responded to Project 10%. Your generosity is most appreciated. To date, we've had 11 responses totaling approximately $380 a month, which over the next 6 months will be about $2,300 of our 10% goal of $25,000. This is an ongoing campaign. It's never too late to become involved.
If you are not currently using PAR, please consider a change at any time to support our church operations. Thanks, everyone. If you have any questions, we'll be available after the service.
Thank you. Now, is that above par or below par? That's
The way I thought.
May our hearts and minds be open so that as we listen to these readings, may we find wisdom in these words for our living today. Amen. Genesis 21, 8-21. The child grew, and on the day of weaning, Sarah and Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah noticed the child that Hagar the Egyptian had borne for Abraham playing with her child Isaac. She demanded of Abraham, "Send Hagar and her child away. I will not have this child of my attendant share in Isaac's inheritance." Abraham was greatly distressed because of his son Ishmael. But God said to Abraham, "Don't be distressed about the child or about Hagar. Heed Sarah's demands, for it is through Isaac that descendants will bear your name. As for the child of Hagar the Egyptian, I will make a great nation of him as well, since he is also your offspring." Early the next morning, Abraham brought bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar. Then, placing the child on her back, he sent her away. She wandered off into the desert of Beersheba. When the skin of water was empty, she set the child under a bush and sat down opposite him, about a bow shot away. She said to herself, "Don't let me see the child die." And she began to wail and weep. God heard the child crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven. "What is wrong, Hagar?" the angel asked. "Do not be afraid, for God has heard the child's cry. Get up, lift up the child and hold his hand, for I will make of him a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went to it and filled the skin with water, and she gave the child a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became a fine archer. He made his home in the desert of Paran, and his mother found a wife for him in Egypt. Hear what the Spirit is saying to you this morning.
Thank you, Will. Would you pray with me? Holy One, May the words of my mouth and the reflection of each and every one of our hearts be truly graced and blessed by you, the one who has created us, the one that teaches us, and the one that sustains us. Amen. The story for today is the story of Abraham's first son, Ishmael, and his mother Hagar, the servant of Abraham's wife, Sarah. It is one of the saddest stories in the Bible, and it reflects a division and resentment, even a hatred that has lasted for thousands of years and still thrives today. So a bit of the backstory. Abraham and Sarah had been promised by God that they would have a multitude of descendants, more than the stars in the sky, God said. Except as they were both growing older, no children were arriving. So Sarah suggests that Abraham take her slave Hagar as another wife. The result is that Hagar gave birth to Ishmael. And then Sarah became pregnant and gave birth to Isaac. In today's text, we are accustomed to talking about the sacrifice of Isaac, but this really is the sacrifice of Ishmael. Remember the sacrifice of Isaac, where Abraham takes Isaac out and is getting ready to sacrifice him because he thought God said to do that. And then, like God opened Hagar's eyes to see the well, God opens Abraham's eyes to see a goat, I think it was, that becomes the sacrifice. And Isaac is spared. But this today is more about the sacrifice of Ishmael. Abraham and Sarah throw a feast on the day Isaac was weaned, and Sarah saw Ishmael playing with Isaac. Now, some scholars, seeking to make Ishmael look bad, suggest that he was teasing or taunting the young Isaac. However, the original Hebrew text does not suggest this at all. Sarah goes to Abraham and declares that she wants to ensure that Ishmael will not share any of Isaac's inheritance. And she demands that Hagar and Ishmael be cast out into the desert. Abraham resists. And God intervenes and says, nah, that's okay. Ishmael and Hagar will be okay. Do as Sarah says. Then he says, I not only will make a great nation of Isaac, I will also make a great nation of Ishmael. So Hagar and Ishmael are cast out into the desert. Various books of the Bible have been compiled from a variety of sources and have had editorial additions made from the original Hebrew text. As a result, if you look closely, you will see glaring inconsistencies. For instance, in Genesis, in chapter 17, it says that when God made a covenant with Abraham, all males connected with Abraham were circumcised, and Ishmael is identified as being 13 years old at the time. And this was a year before Isaac was born. But in this text, Ishmael is identified as at best a toddler, not an adolescent. Teenagers are not carried into the desert on the backs of their mothers, as this may be. Maybe they carry the mothers, but yeah. So after their water is gone, Hagar places Ishmael under a bush for shade, and then she goes a distance away, so she will not hear the cries of her dying child. And she too is weeping. And God intervenes again and responds to the cries of the child. God tells Hagar to go pick up the child and hold her child close. And then God opens her eyes and she sees a well of water and they are saved. And the text goes on and tells us that the child flourished and grew. Ishmael became an archer. And I love this part. And eventually his mother found a wife for him in Egypt. These women do everything. It appears that Ishmael was not totally estranged from Abraham and his family of origin. In Genesis 25, Ishmael and Isaac together bury Abraham. And in Muslim writings, Abraham visited Ishmael's home at least twice. Once he was there, he suggested, Ishmael, you need a better wife. So he got a better wife. He came the second time. You did better this time. This is a good one. The emerging story of two great nations, Ishmael or Israel, if we follow the Jewish lineage, Isaac and Rebekah gave birth to Esau and Jacob. Jacob was the father of 12 sons, which became the 12 tribes of Israel. The Arab Muslim lineage, is that Ishmael was the father of 12 sons as well, from which rose 12 Arab tribes, the Arab people. Muslims trace their ancestry to Abraham through Ishmael. Two great nations sprung up from Abraham. Two great faiths. Three, if you include Christianity as an offspring of Judaism, of the Jews. Jewish people and the nation of Israel, Arab Muslims, including Palestinians. The story of a family divided. It appears that Jewish people are still resolute in casting out Muslims, especially Palestinians. Palestinians believe that the Jews have stolen and continue to steal not only their land, but their homes. They'll come in, this is going to be my home now, you're out of here. And it's happening all the time. Apartheid refers to the implementation and maintenance of a system of legalized racial segregation in which one racial group is deprived of political and civil rights. Palestinians insist that Israel is committing apartheid against them. And they're probably not wrong. A recent Amnesty International investigation details how Israel enforces a system of oppression and domination against the Palestinian people wherever it has control over their rights. The current Israeli government is the most far-right and religious government in the nation's history. The government has stated their plans to increase the number of Israeli settlements, illegal Israeli settlements on occupied West Bank that belongs to Palestine. Coalitions within the government have endorsed discrimination against the LGBTQ plus community on religious grounds and proposed an overhaul of the judiciary that will reduce its independence. But this is not all an Israeli-Palestine issue. Several Muslim nations have vowed that they will not rest until Israel is wiped off the face of the earth. And Israel has shown no hesitation in using massive weapons of war and destruction, mostly from the U.S., to dominate their neighbors and maintain Israel's security. They especially have been relentless in seeking to keep nuclear weapons out of Iran, a sworn enemy of Israel, and Iran would like nothing more than to get rid of Israel. The descendants of Ishmael and Isaac often have a great animosity towards each other, even to this day. It is nearly impossible to sow the seeds of peace when both sides gain much political clout and power by evoking hate of the other. Robert Heinlein observes, "You can sway 1,000 people by appealing to their prejudices quicker than you can convince one person by logic." Sadly enough, that seems to be true. The text tells us that God was with Isaac and is with the Jewish people. And the text also tells us that God was with Ishmael and is with the Muslim people. Yet sadly, the family remains divided. In faith, we recall these words: when hands reach out beyond divides and hope is truly found, each chain of hate will fall away and bells of peace will sound. when fear no longer guides our step, and days of war are done, God's dream for all shall be anew. Our hearts will heal as one. When race and creed blind us no more, a neighbor's face we'll see, we shall dance the whole world round, for love will set us free. For love, yes, love will set us free, for love will set us free, and we shall dance the whole world round, for love shall set us free. Amen. So now that you've heard the words, we're going to sing those words. Let us stand and sing together our hymn of response, When Hands Reach Out Beyond Divides. What? What happened? We're working on it. We need to lay hands on it. It's More Voices, number 169. If we can hand out more voices to 169. I guess somebody didn't like my sermon. All right, we're going to go ahead and try it. 169.
When hands reach out beyond divides and hope is truly found, each chain of hate will fall away and bells of peace shall sound, and bells of peace shall sound, and bells of peace shall sound. Each chain of hate will fall away, and bells of peace shall sound. When fear no longer guides our steps, and days of war are done, God's dream for all shall live anew. Our hearts will heal as one. Our hearts will heal as one. Our hearts will heal as one. God's dream for all shall live anew. Our hearts will heal as one. When race and creed blind us no more, a neighbor's face we'll see, and we shall dance the whole world round, for love will set us free. For love, yes, love will set us free. For love will set us free. And we shall dance the whole world round, for love will set us free.
Please be seated. I think it was the talk on par that did it. Whenever you talk about money, things get screwy in the church, I just tell you. So we're going to go ahead with our service in spite of the blackness behind me. And it is time for the morning offering. Now, usually there would be a slide, but it might still be there. Thank God it's a miracle. Okay, can we get another slide? Don't push it, he says. Oh, we're not there yet. Well, that slide's not there. That's fine. We saw it earlier about many ways that you can give. And in January, we can also include jewelry on that. But PAR is one of them, and so please consider that. But we'll take any way you want to provide support to the ministry of the church, we'll receive it. Will the ushers please receive the morning offering? Let us stand together, and if there are words, we're going to sing Grateful. Can we have the words, please? There you go. Thank you.
Grateful for the life you give us, thankful for your Holy Son, joyful in your Spirit flowing over all, O God of love. Grateful for the bread of heaven, thankful for your holy word, joyful in your mercy flowing, we will praise you.
God of abundant life, accept these our gifts and offerings. May they be transformed into words and acts of compassion, understanding, and justice in this place and throughout the world. Amen. Please be seated. As we prepare for a time of prayer, I wonder what joys, concerns, and gratitudes we have to share today. Oh, we got hands coming up all over the place.
I wanted to just welcome Christina Gray with us this morning.
Christina Gray, welcome.
Congratulate her on her re-election. Yay!
We're glad you're with us. Yes. You're on, Wendy.
Sorry, I was just, zoned out. My niece delivered a baby prematurely on Wednesday, the 20th of June. The baby is 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Lindsay had a very, very tough time. She went through a lot of medical issues, but this morning I received a text from my sister, who's here from BC and will be for some time, that baby opened her eyes this morning, and that my niece may be discharged in the next couple of days.
Good.
So we have 2 lovely girls still with us, and Manea Alexis is almost full treaty status, which just makes my heart bubble with joy. And if I could ask that your ongoing prayers just bless them as they journey on. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Yeah.
I just wanted to say congratulations to my neighbor, Scott and Sam. They just had a baby girl, Brooklyn.
Hello. I have a message from Miradell. I am excited I am home sitting on my couch, watching the service. Yes, after 61 days in the hospital, I have now been home for 3 days. Still weak, but each week gains are made. I thank you for your prayers and positive thoughts, as they have all helped me in my healing. Bless you all.
Great. Thank you, Meredell.
I just wanted to say, I live downtown, so on my way from church this morning, James McDonald Bridge, and several police cars and fire department and ambulance.
The mic's cutting in and out on us here.
Sorry, I just hope we could pray for him, please. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
I'm so glad to be back after 5 weeks. I'm getting stronger every day, and I want to thank everybody for all their great wishes and calls and all sorts of other little goodies that came my way. I'm also so grateful. My son Reed is here. Well, not here, but he's here from Toronto for the weekend. He did a project installation out at Lloydminster yesterday, and so he's driving home. And he's going to pick me up in a little while after some of the lunch. So, yeah, got lots to be thankful for, and just want to send our best wishes to Marydale, too, for her continued recovery process. Thanks, everybody.
Right. Thanks, Kathy. Over here. Yep.
I just wanted to start off by sharing some gratitude to Dale for making church an awesome place to be the last year. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to share a concern. My cousin's daughter, Ella, she just turned 16, and they just found a 10-inch tumor in her abdomen. So she's going to be going through a bunch of testing this week for a prognosis and surgery in July. So just keep her close to your hearts this week.
Her first name is?
Ella.
Ella.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Are there others?
Today would have been my daughter's birthday. And so yesterday, my niece and I went to the graveyard and placed some flowers. And I just want to give thanks for my daughter's memory. She was a wonderful daughter, taken very unexpectedly about 1.5 years ago. We still don't know what happened, but I have to be thankful for a sense of peace and just for the great memories. And so I just want to share that with you.
Okay, thank you. We also have been asked to remember Natalka, I hope I say her last name, Drakel? Am I saying it right? Natalka Drakel and her family on the death of her mother. Recently, they just had gone to Ontario for the celebration of life. Natalka, in a couple of weeks, will be here playing the piano when somebody's having vacation, and so she considers this her congregation, but she plays the piano at another church outside of town. We also remember the death at sea this week. The 300 Pakistani nationals that drowned in the Mediterranean, and then the 5 who died in the submersible that imploded near the Titanic wreckage.
I appreciate that everybody's just beginning to think about summer, but I wanted to share my appreciation for the 8 people who met on Thursday night to start planning our Christmas craft fair. And I really do. Everybody came. They've all taken on some little roles, and we posted on Friday morning opportunities for vendors to start selling, and I noticed by noon on Friday we had about 8 or 10 vendors already. So the deadline is August 1st for vendors, and we're looking forward to a great Christmas craft fair in 6 months' time. All right.
Are there other concerns? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'd like to use this mic if I could. And maybe you want to go sit over here.
I'll go.
Okay.
I do what I'm told.
That's good. I may be a while. Well, good morning again. On behalf of the M&P Committee and the entire congregation, I would like to say a few words of thanks to our pinch-hitting pastor. So many of you will know that this is Dale's last official church service, though he will continue to lead Sunday worship during our new minister's vacation and study leave throughout the month of July. After July, I'm ecstatic to say that he will go from the pulpit to the pews as a regular member of our congregation. So I have a question for each of you to ponder. And the question is, do you believe in divine intervention? Some of you might say, oh, of course we do. Others, no. And some, maybe. Well, I would probably fall in the camp of saying, probably not. But over the last year, perhaps that has changed a little bit. And here's why. So just over a year ago, our previous minister of several years retired. Although our hard-working search committee had been scouring through resumes and interviewing potential candidates, they just couldn't find the right fit. They were frustrated, disappointed, and maybe even losing a little bit of hope. But miraculously, and here's the part where the divine intervention fits in, miraculously, the short-term answer was right here amongst us. A relatively new member of our congregation just happened to be a retired minister, but not just any old retired minister. He was the Reverend Doctor of Divinity, someone who had worked in churches and hospitals across Canada and throughout the United States, someone who had a skill set beyond anything that we could have wished for. So the past year, we have been blessed to have our pinch-hitting pastor as our spiritual leader, someone who has challenged us, encouraged us, and led us with tremendous grace, compassion, humor, and kindness. In a relatively short period of time, I feel that we have grown as a church community and as a people of faith, in large part due to your leadership, Dale. Thanks, Dale, for your support and your guidance. Was it divine intervention? Yeah, maybe. Just in concluding the gratitudes on behalf of the congregation, I'd like to say these words. Dale, as we walk into this complicated world, you have shown us through your vision, your eyes, and your heart the face of Christ. And in turn, you have empowered us to show the face of Christ to all that we meet. And for this, we give thanks.
Thank you.
And on top of that, we have a few items that we would like to pass on as expression of our gratitude.
Okay.
So first of all is a card signed by a good majority of the congregation.
Ah, all right.
Some of you may know that Dale is a big sports fan, and particularly a basketball fan. So we have a couple of tickets for him to go see the Edmonton Stingers, the professional basketball team here in the city. So a couple of Stingers tickets.
Ah.
And we also have a print that was done by the lovely and talented Amber Petch. And this will be yours to hang, well, wherever you choose.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Maybe you want to open that right now.
All right. I do what I'm told. So
Good.
Oh, look at this. I'll give you that. I'll leave it up around here so you can come and take a look at it after the service. It's just wonderful. So thank you. We have the church and the rainbow and a flower.
Your birth flower.
A what?
Your birth flower.
Oh, it is?
Oh, it is. Yeah, we did our research.
I want to put it someplace safe. Okay, we'll put it here for right now.
And we're not quite done yet. I'd like to call up at this time Ethel and Barb, who have an additional special presentation.
I bet you want me to sit in that chair, don't you? See, I'm thinking ahead. Sit, Dale, sit. Mike.
Lindy, do we have that microphone still?
We got an extra mic?
Oh, we've got one.
Ooh.
Dale, it is with much joy and gratitude that we present you this shawl. We have been blessed in many ways by your presence here at Millwoods United, and especially this past year. We are grateful for your gentleness and warmth, your ability to sense our needs, your sense of humor, your spirit-filled energy, how music inhabits your soul, your thought-provoking reflections that have challenged us and made us laugh often at the same time. Your skilled leadership has helped us to be in a good place to welcome Reverend Eli Carter Morgan, one where we can continue to live our shared beliefs in ways you have reminded us that are part of our calling too. We are grateful that you will continue to be a part of our cherished community here at Millwoods United. We also thank your family for sharing you with us, especially after having already retired a couple of times. This shawl has been knit with loving intention. Our hope is that you will feel the love, the friendship, the warmth from all of us when you use it. And if you would join in repeating after me. Knitted by hand and threaded with prayers of love and hope.
Knitted by hand and threaded with prayers of love and hope.
This shawl is a gift to you.
This shawl is a gift to you.
May it bring blessings of comfort.
May it bring blessings of comfort.
Gifts of warmth.
Gifts of warmth.
And the knowledge that you are loved.
And the knowledge that you are loved.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, can I stand up now? Okay. This is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, John. Yeah. I think it's raining in here. You know, there's a reason they put music in church services, because it gives a chance for the minister to take a deep breath. So we're going to have our song of prayer. Lord, listen to your children praying. Please remain seated.
Lord, listen to your children praying. Lord, send your spirit in this place. Listen to your children praying. Send us love, send us power, send us grace. Lord, listen to your children praying. Lord, send your spirit in this place. To your children praying. Send us love, send us power, send us grace.
God of beginnings and God of endings, we give you thanks for being with Millwoods United Church through this time of searching for a new minister and rediscovering the gift of this community of faith is And what a discovery this community of faith is in a post-COVID world. Thank you for blessing this church and being with us as I have served as minister, and be with us now as the chapter of this life of this community comes to a close. God of beginnings and endings, we give you thanks for our new minister, Eli Carter Morgan. Be with them as they say goodbye to their current congregation, and be with us as we prepare to welcome Eli into our community of faith. Bless us during this time of change and transition. Hear our prayer, O God. And be with those who struggle. Be with those who struggle with illness and have suffering. Be with Ella as tests are done to see what exactly is happening in her abdomen, and be with her family as they provide care and support. Be with those recovering from surgery and those living with grief and loss. And pour out your loving presence on those who live with anxiety and depression or addiction, and upon those who every day face bigotry and racism, homophobia and anti-Semitism, xenophobia and hate. Hear our prayer, O God. And now be with us as we sing the prayer of Jesus.
Our Mother, loving God in whom is heaven, may your name be made holy, may your reign come, may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today the bread we need, and forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors. And do not put us to the test, but free us from evil. For yours is the dominion, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
It appears we're still having technical difficulties, and in light of that, we're not going to sing that last hymn that you wouldn't know anyway. What? So I invite you to stand as we prepare to go from this place. May you always remember that you're held by a love that will never let you go. For in life, in death, in life beyond death, God is with us. We're not alone. And as we walk into the world that awaits us, may we have the heart, may we have the eyes, may we have the faith to see the face of Christ in everyone we meet, and may everyone we meet see the face of Christ in us. May it be so. When you walk from here, I think we can sing this without the words.
When you walk from here, when you walk from here, walk with justice, walk with mercy, and with God's humble care. When you walk from here, when you walk from here, walk with justice, walk with mercy, and with God's humble care.
Please be seated.
I just went outside and the sun's shining, so let's have our picnic out on the grass over here. Give us a couple minutes to get some tables set up and for the food, and in the meantime there's cake back here and hoodies for sale and lots of things to do, and we'll see you outside. And if you didn't bring a chair, just grab one here and take it out there. That's fine. Thanks.